Welcome back to another episode of Georgia Sports Nation. We got some more Hawks and Braves content on the way for you guys tonight. We're going to be taking a look at the games from the Hawks this weekend. The win over the Pistons, 1-0 in the in-season tournament, 126-120 in a close matchup. And without Trae Young, DeJounte Murray leads the way for the Hawks, and they get the victory in Detroit. We're also going to be recapping the loss last night to the Knicks. I was at the game. Unfortunately, a really bad start, poor rebounding, and really bad defensive execution to end the fourth quarter is what sunk the Hawks in this loss. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty details of this game, definitely, because there's a lot to break down about this game. A lot of weird stats, a lot of just crazy things that happened in this game that we'll get into the specifics of. We're also going to be previewing the 76ers game on Friday as the Hawks journey more into their in-season tournament, the second game of the in-season tournament tomorrow at home versus the 76ers. So without further ado, we got Will here. We're going to start with recapping the 126-120 win over Detroit without Trae Young. What was your key to that win, and what did you think of the performance overall, Will?
It showed me we got depth on this team. We're very active on defense, and I like the ball movement we had going on. So, you know what I'm saying? Like Trae Young or whatever, like you ain't got to do everything. We got other guys that can score and help you win games instead of him trying to be hero ball and win himself. You feel what I'm saying? So I liked the ball movement. I liked the active defense they was doing.
That mentioned DeJounte Murray before. 32, 10 assists, 5 rebounds, added 3 steals, and shot 11 of 21 from the field. Murray has been amazing so far this season. Definitely putting together his case to be an all-star early in the season. You know, obviously this run has got to continue for him to be an all-star, but he's playing like one right now. And when you have that type of leadership and without Trae Young, that's what you need. Murray really slotted into his natural position into point guard without Trae. So you don't really, yes, you lose a lot with Trae, but DeJounte can slide back into his actual more, his more natural position at point guard. And you really saw the playmaking come through. 10 assists. And now while Trae is the better playmaker than DeJounte, makes better reads, quicker decisions, DeJounte showed off that he has the ability to do it too with this team that has a bunch of shooters around him. And one of those shooters that started next to him was Bogey. Now, Bogey didn't really shoot his best, 7 of 17 from the floor, 3 of 11 from beyond the arc for 17, 3 and 3. But he was tasked into the starting lineup, and I thought he generally played okay, but way, way better in that Knicks game, which we'll talk about after that. But did you like Quinn Snyder starting Bogey, and did you think he'd be the one to start at that shooting guard with Murray slotting back into Trae's spot?
Bogey as the 6 man.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask her when I go back to work.
Provides more scoring on that. You know what I mean?
Pound cake.
So who would you rather seen in the starting lineup to like instead of Bogey to add?
The veteran.
Wait, I can't hear you.
The veteran, Miller. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
The veteran.
I can. It's your volume's really low, but who in the
who we signed in the off season? The dude we signed in the off season.
Wes Matthews.
Patty Mills.
Patty Mills.
Put him in that starting line.
Nah, he hasn't played a minute for us though. He hasn't played a minute for us though.
I would have rather that and kept Bogey for that second unit scoring.
Well, Sadiq handled the second unit scoring pretty well. I mean, he in this game, he had a pretty slow start to the season, but like Southside mentions here, he showed out against his old team, a revenge game, if you will, for Sadiq Bey with 19 points, 2 steals, a block, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, and had 2 from beyond the arc and 6 of 13 from the field. So he carried that bench scoring for sure, as none of the other guys could hit double digits for the Hawks. Yeah. But this I personally like putting Bogey there, and I'm not gonna die on this hill. I get why some people would want to keep Bogey on the bench, because he is comfortable in that role. He's your perfect sixth man. He's gonna play make a little bit. We know he's gonna shoot well. We know he's gonna shoot a lot of shots, but he's a natural shooting guard. So I don't mind the decision from Quinn to start him at that shooting guard position, and he delivered. Another guy that stepped up in Trey's absence, Jalen Johnson, continues to be a better three-point shooter. 6 of 9 from the floor, hit both of his threes for 16 points, added a block, an assist, a steal, and 5 rebounds. Jalen Johnson now combined is 4 of 4 in the Knicks game last night from 3 and 2 of 2 in the Pistons game. He's now 6 of 6 from 3 over his last 2 games. His shooting is getting better. And now he's not going to be 100% free throw shooter. He probably isn't going to be even 50 or 40 this year. His shot will probably die down a little bit. But it's really great to see this kind of improvement from Jalen early on. What have you seen from his shot so far, Will?
Pretty much been giving us what we was expecting out of John Collins. What John Collins doing now in Utah. He's actually giving them double-double in Utah now. Which he couldn't throw a double-double in the water if he wanted to. I don't know what. It's just like, but Jalen Johnson is really giving us that we are not missing John Collins at the moment. You know what I mean? He's been consistent.
Because the big bag of cheese.
I like what he got going. I like what the kids got going on.
Yeah, obviously, John Collins, a better defender, better help side defender than Jalen. We are missing a little bit of help side rim protection, but Jalen, that versatility that he provides on both sides of the ball has been really, really key to what the Hawks have done so far. And then the last guy who really stepped up their game on the offensive end, Saddiq Bey. And the Hawks gave the Pistons 5 second-round picks for this guy. And early on in the season so far, he has not been impressed. He hasn't been impressive. But these past 2 games, this is what we've traded those 5 second-round picks for. A burst of scoring off the bench. We know he's not going to be a good defender, but the hustle, the way he's attacking the offensive glass, this is the Saddiq Bey that we saw at the end of last season, who helped us a lot of the playoffs. So hopefully we get this version of him a little bit more.
If I'm going to critique anything about this season, man, it's the slow starts. We've been having a lot of slow starts this season, and we've been getting down, and we had to climb ourselves out these holes, so we can't do that every time. You know what I mean? So I think that's one thing we got to work on. Y'all forgive my background. I got my mama taking a shopping and everything.
There you go. But no, we definitely at home. At home, that's been the biggest. That's been the biggest thing, because we got down against the Wizards 2 weeks ago, 10 points in the first quarter, and we got down 13 points to the Knicks last night in the first quarter. And we ultimately, we came back and had a chance to win the game. But getting down that early, it's just not a good recipe. You're going to waste so much energy trying to climb yourself back up into the game, like Will was saying, and you're not going to get over that hump and come away with the victory less of the time than you want. So need to be able to get off to faster starts. And the Hawks did that against the Magic, and against Detroit. We got off to a decent start. We definitely did. We threw the first punch in this game with a 13-4 run to open the game. But all of the good starts so far, if you look at the Hawks season, have been on the road. Against Milwaukee, we got off to a good start. In the Magic, it wasn't a great start, but it was back and forth. It wasn't terrible. And then again in Detroit now, we have this great start. So the Hawks have to find a way to get off to a good start at home in the first quarter, get the crowd into it early, and kind of ride off that momentum. And Southside says, yeah, it seems like Bey steps out of bounds every game in the corners. Yeah, at least once a game, it seems like he's doing that. In the Knicks game, he did that twice. Detroit, he also did it. So yeah, for sure, that's something. That's just court awareness. You got to know where you are on the court, and in the corners, that just takes repetitions. Knowing that you can't step as far back because the baseline is right there. So I'm sure it's not gonna continue for a long time, but it's just kind of like a funny trend that you've been noticing over the past few games. And on this Pistons side, let's talk about it a little bit, because Cade Cunningham really struggled in this game, and I want to highlight DeAndre Hunter's defense in this game. It was incredible on Cade Cunningham. Incredible.
DeAndre Hunter is a great player if he stay healthy. So we never had no problem with that. Like if he's healthy, DeAndre, he's a beast. But it's just like we just got to keep him healthy.
And well, offensively, since he dislocated that finger in the Pelicans game, he hasn't been good. He can't hit his shots. You know, it's just not falling right now. And last night, unfortunately, against the Knicks, he had a really bad game defensively and offensively. It was a horrible game from Dre last night. But
everybody pretty much had it. I'm hating what we're doing against the Knicks right now, making the Knicks look like the
really Knicks have our number in the regular season.
We always beat the Knicks, but some reason they got our number right now.
Yeah, no. Well, we don't always beat the Knicks. They always beat us in the regular season. We beat them in the playoffs.
Postseason, yeah, we beat them in the
when it matters most. When it matters most. But I wanted to go into the Pistons a little bit because this is a team right now that's really injured. You know, you had Bojan Bogdanovic out, Isaiah Livers out, Monte Morris out, Alec Burks just came back from injury. So the spacing around Cade Cunningham, it's not really helping him out. I think he's a better player than this, and he'll be better than what he started in the season. But I want to focus on Ausar Thompson. Ausar Thompson, man. What he's done in his rookie year so far, 20 years old, out of overtime elite. So he has some Atlanta ties. He has been incredible. He's grabbing so many rebounds. He's a great defender. You know, we saw Jalen Johnson at times take it to him one-on-one, and Ausar just locked him down. This dude's going to be a special defender in this league, and I think he has Defensive Player of the Year potential. What did you think of his performance against the Hawks? No, we'll technical difficulties here, but yeah, like I mentioned before, Ausar Thompson finished this game with 21 points, 2 blocks, 3 steals, 5 assists, 8 rebounds, 9 of 12 from the field, and he shot a 3. It was an air ball, but yes, Southside. Yeah, the guy who posterized Capella was Ausar Thompson. And I really enjoy watching him play because here's a guy who doesn't have his outside shot yet, but he's a really, really smart cutter without the ball. Next time you watch the Pistons play, anybody, watch how he makes his cuts to the baseline. Watch how he cuts through on the weak side after a pick and roll. He times it perfectly to when the ball handler sees him make the cut and they dish it right to him, and he had 5 dunks. So it's just a young player with a high basketball IQ at such a young age. He's going to be a special defender in this league. Special. What did you think of him? What did you say?
Can you hear me?
I can barely hear you.
Let me take the headset out. Hold on. All right, what about now? You got me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. Well, yeah. What I was saying, Ausar Thompson has been pretty good this year. He's giving them a double-double. He's averaging a double-double.
Yep.
And he's pretty much like in the middle, you know, the middle of the pack. He 11. He 11 with rebounds. He averaging 10.3 rebounds a game. So I mean,
from the wing.
He's giving them what they want on for the Pistons so far. He's just young right now. Once he grow in that NBA body, he's gonna be a beast, man.
Yeah, I think especially on the defensive end, nobody from the Pistons really destroyed us except for Marvin Bagley and Ausar Thompson. Bagley actually put up 9 of 12 from the field for 22 points and 11 rebounds, and James Wiseman also had 11 points. The Hawks just could not protect the paint in this game. This was the only reason this game was close. I mean, the Pistons shot better than the Hawks. They only shot 2 less percentage points from 3. They were terrible from the line, 16 of 23. And the Hawks shot 24 of 26 from the line. But look at this. This is the crazy. 70 points in the paint for the Pistons. 70. More than half of their points came in the paint. That's something that the Hawks have got to clean up moving forward.
70 points in the paint. Lord have mercy.
You know what I
A lot of
told you?
points.
They put double O at that power forward, they won't have that problem. You know what I mean?
No. That's not true. They'd still have that problem. Because a lot of it is on the perimeter defense, guys getting into the paint. Our perimeter defense just has to be better because we can't expect our big men every single possession down the court to go and defend somebody getting into the paint. At some point, you've got to put more resistance on the perimeter.
Right.
It's got to happen. That's why I don't think changing the starting lineup, putting Onyeka Okongwu at the 4 would really change anything.
We just need that defensive player to, DeJounte Murray to start locking down some stuff, man.
Yeah, and
that's what we paid for. That's what we thought we was getting, that defensive guy.
He did that against Dame. He did that against Dame in Milwaukee. But since then, we
need consistent.
Exactly. We need it consistently. And we don't really see that all the time from DeJounte. We don't. And that's something that I've said multiple times on the show, on Twitter, everywhere. That's the key. I think that's the biggest key to this team. And what Southside says, to be fair, in that game and the one last night, most of the pain points come from broken plays. Well, some of them do, but I wouldn't say most of them. I think that's a little bit too generous there. But some of them definitely did.
Yeah, Clint Capella did get baptized. That was nasty work.
Yeah, Capella got posterized, and that might have led into or something happened where last night. We're gonna get into last night's game in a minute, but that Clint Capella last night was awful.
Like I've been saying for years, they got to get these big guys in rhythm. These guys who can create their own shot, you got to get them in rhythm. Involve them early in the game, so when it come down to later in the game, they already oiled up and ready to go. You know what I mean?
The thing is for Clint Capella, it's hard to get him in because you can't give the ball to Capella in the post and say go to work because he doesn't have any post moves.
Pick and roll.
Yeah, you can
with pick and rolls.
He's great with pick and rolls, but they're not gonna give them the lob every single time. Yes, Southside 3 rebounds last night from Clint Capella.
Yeah, if Clint Capella ain't rebounding, we ain't winning. I'm telling you, it's a trend. We not winning if he's not rebounding.
Yep.
Ain't no way.
As we got Blackberry in the building. Blackberry, we were just about to move on for the Pistons game, but since you came back, what were your thoughts on the Pistons game quickly before we move on to the Knicks game? Because last night we got a lot to talk about. We have a lot of talking points to talk about.
It was a dub against the Pistons. We
without
got
Trey.
Without Trey, DeJounte, he did his thing. We seen a lot of ball movement around the floor in that first half. It was good to see. That's gonna come naturally when your primary ball handler is out of the game. You expect to see the ball movement increase, and we saw that. I think we still just want to see more of that in second halves. And like Big Will said, when the bigs not getting the boards, it's really hard to win. But I do like the energy we saw out of the team against the Pistons. We know they got some young, feisty guys that's going to keep them close. They are a sleeper team to make a eighth, seed or possibly play in. I think they
maybe 9th or 10th. Maybe not.
I'm saying I think they could beat somebody in the play-in sneakily and squeak their way at an 8 seed. Same thing for Orlando. I think
Orlando's better. I'm a big fan of what Orlando's doing.
Oh yeah. So hey man, it's a good win against a feisty team. I don't think enough fans giving these young teams enough credit for the development stages that they in and how they get better. So hey man, good win against the Pistons, but yeah, man, we got to talk about it. Go on ahead.
All right.
Getting better in the league.
This Knicks game, man. Now I'm gonna preface everything we're about to say with this: the Knicks are a quality team. This should not be a loss. We are panicking. that this should not be a loss, that we are panicking about, saying we are bad as a team. This is the worst loss of the season. We should always be winning against the team. Whether
Ain't no
like
excuses for them on those Knicks. We better than the Knicks now.
We are better than them. We should have won. We're better, but they are a quality team. This was not a
but we
bad
lost
loss.
to them twice this year. We ain't lost to them twice this year.
At home.
The first loss we lost against them, Brunson was lighting our ass up. Brunson was tearing our ass up. The first loss we got against them. The second loss, we still can't stop. Like, our perimeter defense got to step up, man. It got to. We can't let everything funnel down to the big man, dog. The big man, when they getting big men out of position, that's what they got the cuts. That's when them cuts come into play.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we got to get better at perimeter defense, step in front of somebody, take a charge or something. So some got to give, man.
The biggest thing, as we got Ant joining us now, the biggest thing in this game, if you had to look at one stat to tell the story of this game, it's the rebounding. Clint Capella and Onyeka Okongwu combined for 9 rebounds. Onyeka with 6, Capella with 3. Mitchell Robinson had 15 rebounds. 6 offensive rebounds. The Knicks as a whole, the Hawks as a whole starters, we had 17 rebounds. Mitchell Robinson had 15 by himself.
Yeah, like I said, if the big man can't rebound, we ain't winning many games. I'm telling you that now. They got to rebound.
Yeah, I mean, that's unacceptable. And Mitchell Robinson's a great rebounder. He's a great shot blocker. What he does under Tom Thibodeau and how he has like consistently less than 6% usage per game and still plays like this, I got to give him credit. I don't know how he does it with that low usage, but he does it. And he basically single-handedly earned his team to win. Yeah, Robinson and Isaiah Hartenstein are both 7-footers. So they're a tall team. And we got punked on the boards.
Why do I feel like the Knicks have their best performance when they play the damn Hawks?
Yeah. They do. They have Brad Rowland mentioned this on Locked On Hawks. The Knicks are shooting I think it was 43% against the Hawks. Everybody else is shooting 33.
That's crazy.
That's like, hey, I don't know, but we'll get into y'all opening thoughts about this loss and then get into the specifics. Let's start with Anthony since he just joined us. Just overall thoughts on the game and what you think transpired to this close, unfortunate loss.
I mean, we got outplayed. I mean, first half, especially in the first quarter, we was getting like
it was down 13 early.
Ugly. We was almost down 20 at one point. Like it was ugly, and we was getting out rebounded. Like even when we had somebody right there to get the rebound, we still couldn't get the rebound, and then we were missing open shots. On top of that, and then we got people dribbling the ball up people's feet and stuff. And I'm like, bro, come on, man. Like, just we got Clint trying to lead a fast break.
That was so fast.
Like, what are we doing, man? Just pass the ball. I get that you made the great defensive play. Okay, possess the ball. Pass it. That's all you got to do. I knew then some shit was going to happen. Excuse my French.
Southside says, yeah, and we'll get to this a bit later, Southside, when we go into the fourth quarter specifics. But I got a lot of stats about that fourth quarter, which is going to go crazy. But let's go to Blackberry. Thoughts on this game?
This game was on pace for each team to either finish just at 100 points or just under 100 points. And somehow the damn score ended up being 114-116. It's like we went into a black hole in the fourth quarter. I don't know what happened. Like Southside said, after that they put back, everybody was like, "Oh yeah, we at home." That's the energy play right
the
there.
arena was going crazy. I was in the building. It was arena was crazy.
Man, the momentum was so thick for the Hawks after that play. It was like, bro, it's no way, but we finally gonna get that get back on them. And it's like we just fell in a black hole. We fell in a black hole after that timeout. I don't know what happened, but I can't stand losing to the Knicks.
I'll tell you what happened after those 5 minutes when we got the 7-point lead. It's gonna shock y'all. I don't know if y'all saw these stats, but it was going across Twitter. It's gonna shock you. We'll go to Will, and then I'm about to tell you some shocking stats.
Go ahead, Will.
Oh, here we go. We got Damon. We talk Hawks team in the building with the Quinn Snyder tricked off the game. There you go. All right, Will, what did you?
He done seen 3 quick. He done seen 3 quick comments.
It ain't that Quinn tricked off the game, man. We bad shot selection.
It was not bad shot selection. I don't agree with that either.
What?
Yeah.
What your boy Trae Young was 0 for 4 and 3? 0 for 4 from the 3-point.
He was 0 for 4 from 3. He had 17 assists and 3 turnovers.
Oh yeah, I ain't knocking his assist game, but we gonna need him as a scorer. He's one of them. Yeah, he got to be the closer.
I agree.
We
need him as a scorer.
Has to be the closer. That's point blank. He's got to be the closer. That's what we've been lacking in Atlanta. We got to have that closer, and Trae Young shows that in the playoff. But we need you to be the closer in the regular season also. We got to get you back on that mentality. Back on that. Be back on that mentality. I'm going to drop my nuts, and I'm going to win this game for us. You go be that closer, bro.
We're going to get to the discussion about Snyder and taking Bogey out and all these things out. We're going to get to that a bit later.
I don't mind him taking Bogey out.
But right now,
we know Bogey defense ain't like that. His defense ain't like that.
Yeah, and yeah. Well, that happens later in the game. So let's get to these shocking stats I'm about to tell you. We had a 7-point lead with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left.
Right.
From 5 minutes and 20 seconds.
And we didn't score none. With them. The Knicks did all the scoring from there. I was so pissed off.
Yeah, we had a lead. We had a 7-point lead with 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go. The Knicks scored on every single possession for the
rest of the game.
The only time they didn't make a field goal was an Emmanuel Quickly 1 out of 2 trip to the free throw line.
That's crazy.
More crazy stats. The Hawks shot better and had fewer turnovers than the Knicks in this game, but still didn't win the game because they couldn't rebound. And I think a lot of fans, when they look at a box score, I think they undervalue the points. Well, points per possession, I think, is okay stat, but they devalue just the possession stat in general. Because in order to possess the ball, you need to grab a rebound.
You have to get a rebound. Yeah.
And when the other team shoots 15 more times than you, whether that be free throws or field goal attempts, you're gonna lose.
Yeah,
you just aren't creating enough shot opportunities for yourself.
Taking the ball out the net that many times in a row, it's hard. It's hard, man.
And that's the game right there, in my opinion.
And that's what the bad shot selection come from.
Well, it wasn't bad shots. Our offense was fine.
The shots was not in rhythm in that last. The one that went on there in that scoring drive, Mikey. It wasn't rhythm shots, Mikey.
What is he watching on? What channel is he watching? Hold on. All this shit. Let's see if we can see that. Look. Here's the thing.
You sounding like a politician, Mikey. I'm trying to tell you, Mikey, it was bad shot selection.
It was not bad shot selection.
Yeah,
Our offense. This is another weird stat that kind of is gonna support my point. The offense in this game on the half court, we had what was it? We had a 99th. We were in the 99th percentile in terms of half court offense in this game.
That was the whole game.
99.
What
99.
What was the fourth
in
quarter
transition? I don't know that number. This is stuff. This is all numbers. These are numbers, by the way, coming from Brad Rowland on Locked On Hawks.
They got lucky, brother. They just got fucking lucky, bro.
And look, we were 17th. I think it was 7. Let me double check this. We were 17th percentile on fast break points. Normally in basketball, what do we say? What do coaches say? Defense to offense, defense to offense. It's easy to score in transition. The Hawks couldn't get it done in transition, but we're elite. Literally, you can't be 100th percentile on anything. It doesn't exist. 99th percentile in half-court offense efficiency in this game. But we
can't get fast break points if you're taking the ball out the net for the last 5 minutes of the game.
Hey, but the game is 4 quarters. The game is 4 quarters for a reason, Mikey. You can't do that for a reason.
Bro, they was getting lucky, for 3 quarters. They needed some luck on their side in that 4 quarter.
No, it's not luck. No,
the Hawks just didn't execute.
They didn't miss a damn shot for 5 minutes.
That's what happened when you put in a bad defending team.
Thank you, Demond.
They was bad defending the whole night, and Quinn Snyder took the team out that was actually getting results.
Look.
So you can sit there and say the rebounding, you can say all that. My point is this: that squad that was in there with Trey got the work done to get us that lead. For him to take all them boys out the game, Quinn Snyder, he sold that game, bro. He sold it.
I said this on the show, Damon, last night, and I want to get your guys' thoughts on it. In my opinion, I don't like that he took out Bogey. I don't like that he took out that lineup. But over my time watching the NBA, watching basketball in the year 2023, you will put in your starters. You will put in your best players, supposedly your best players, to close out the game. It will happen, whether you like it or not. And for me, I've accepted that. I don't like the decision. I don't. But I knew it was going to happen. And even though it's the wrong decision, I've got to analyze what happened.
You accept the NBA politics then. You accept
we know politics
because
exists.
That's what, Mikey. What did I say today in that space? I said if he can do that, take the boys who was actually getting results. If he could take them out because of whatever reason you want to think of, I got to put him in. He can do the same thing when we start the game and not play Clint and start a Conwoo. He can do that.
Oh, no, sir. He ain't starting no game, no Conwoo,
he can do
man.
that too.
I don't know why.
Mikey, we know Clint Capella is a liability on the offensive side. Yeah. We know this already. It's facts. He clogged the lane. The boy Chris was making good points today.
Yeah.
All y'all was making
Chris knows what he's talking about.
But your boy Quinn Snyder, he had money on Prize Picks, bro.
No, that real talk. That real talk, man. Y'all got to pay attention to them money lines when these
there
games
was
start,
no
bro.
reason whatsoever. And I heard about everybody has come up with so many excuses. Well, Bogey played 30 minutes. La, 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 la. These are multi-millionaires who've been playing basketball their whole life. A couple more minutes on the court. I bet you if it was up to Bogey, Bogey would say, "Keep me in the game, coach." I bet Bogey would have.
Yeah, of course he's gonna say that. Of course,
right? Because he was cooking last night.
We can't have.
He played 34 minutes last night on a bet, and
he should have played 39. And then, of course, now they're gonna try to throw him back in the game and have him shoot that bullshit last. Excuse me.
Well, of course you're gonna do that. You expect your starter. You expect your starter to show up. Of course, you're gonna put your starters back on the floor.
Bro,
they got to play ball. Somebody got to drop their nuts and say we gonna win this fucking game.
My point is this though. Your starters didn't drop nothing last night. Your bench is the reason we was even in the game, and the Knicks playing like crap. That's the only reason we got back in the game. Your starters had you down 13 in the first quarter.
Yeah, you know what? That doesn't happen too often this year.
Yeah,
we see the bench get us in, keep us in the game, or get us back in a game, and then Quinn take them out the game, and everything go to hell. We done seen that too many times already.
That's just the unfortunate thing that's gonna happen. It sucks.
So Mikey, so what you're saying is you accept the fact that winning is not the priority.
No, in the fourth quarter,
the NBA politics is the priority. Because let me tell you something.
But me accepting that versus me supporting it are two different things, Damon.
Listen.
You just acknowledge it.
Let me tell you what Damon would have did if Damon was the coach. If it was Coach Damon, I'd have looked at the bench.
We'd be 0-82 if that was the case.
I would have looked at Hunter. I'd have looked at Murray. I'd have looked at whoever else. I'd have been like, "Hey, you're done for the night. I'm right."
I know, right?
Sit down while they win this game because y'all couldn't do it. And that's what's missing from today's with some of these coaching staff.
I agree. I agree with you.
They so fragile. I agree. You ain't get the job done. We're paying you $30 million. Trey, we're paying you $40 million. Y'all not getting it done.
I agree with you. You're acting like I'm arguing you. You're acting like I'm arguing against your point.
No, I was just waiting for you to say I accept the NBA politics.
I just said I acknowledge, even though I don't I don't support the decision, but I knew it was gonna happen.
I need to see Mikey turned up, man.
Mikey is like coach. He like I need
our starters to play better. That's
our starters need to play better.
It would have been a no-win situation if he would have kept the second screen in there and we lost. Oh, why you didn't put the starters back in?
Yeah, exactly, Will. Thank you.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you, Will.
But Will, what I'm saying is this: your starters did nothing for you. Got nothing from them last night.
Why should we care?
And I don't know if I told Mikey this, but I told somebody this, and I might have said it last night. I heard an NBA coach sit there and say,
"Yeah, Pop did it. Pop has done it a couple times. Pop has done it a couple times.
He rolled his bench because he felt the bench are they the reason you got in the game." They the reason that you got
very rare though that happens. Very rare.
Coach Pop was like, I felt like I owed it to these guys. They doing the work.
I know.
The starters didn't do no work last night. They collected a check. DeAndre Hunter, how many rebounds he had last night?
He was bad last night. He was terrible.
$20 million down the drain. How many rebounds Capella had last night?
That might be his first bad game this season though.
Well, not first bad game.
I will say this.
I mean, all around. That might be. I know he done had some bad shooting.
It was bad.
I will say this.
It was bad.
This is not even his defense, but I'm gonna use one of Mikey's terms. I've accepted Dre not gonna get you no boards. I've accepted that already. He's proven that. I mean, Trey out rebounded him for a whole year. So I mean, he's not gonna get you. I've accepted that already. You feel me? But my thing. I'm literally at a point to where, bro, we pretty much stuck, man. You're gonna have to, in order for this team to get better this year, you're gonna have to move a piece.
You got to move a piece, and there has to. But I think there are adjustments that can be made within this roster that can make this a more efficient team. There are some adjustments. I think you do need to see DJ playing the point more, even when Trey is on the floor. You want to see more DJ playing the point. I think with him playing the point more, you get more ball movement around the floor. Everybody know when Trey got the ball, everything is set up for pass here, pass there, back to Trey. And sometimes it's Trey come up the floor, one pass, a shot, and somebody shooting a shot. With DJ, we know the ball going to move a little bit more. I do want to see that more. Also, moving a piece. Y'all, it's people out there in free agency. You don't have to get rid of nobody that you don't want to move. It's got JaMychal Green is sitting at the couch playing Madden all goddamn day.
JaMychal Green, here we go. Like he's a good enforcer.
You don't like JaMychal Green?
I do like him, but I don't think he'd make a significant improvement.
Off the bench, he definitely does, in my opinion.
Mikey, let me ask you this.
He stretches the floor. He plays defense. He gets boards. He got that hustle play about him. He gonna hustle. We can't get loose balls to save our damn lives.
Oh yeah, last night
we can't
that
out
was
hustle anybody on loose balls. Nobody wants to get on the floor and get a loose ball.
Nobody.
That
Every
was
time,
ugly.
every time Hunter get in a scramble, you notice he would never get on.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Get on the floor, like, bro.
And I wonder, and I wonder if that's just because of the knee troubles he's had. It's not an excuse, but I wonder if that has.
I told you that. I told you, bro. His knees is the reason why he don't attack the basket.
It could be. It could be. I want to say something, then and then we'll go back to you, Damon. But
real quick, I gotta go get ready for the Rex Pit. I'm about to head out. When y'all done here, y'all shoot over to the Rex Pit on Blackberry Lorraine channel. That's Blackberry No Suggested K. I appreciate y'all. It's Bring It to the Pit night. Somebody gonna get their ass tore out tonight. Pause.
There you go. Pause.
Yeah, pause.
Yeah,
That's a big pause.
Hey, sorry we started late, Blackberry. I know you wanted to.
Good. Go ahead. Y'all do your thing. We can start a little late. Everybody know what time it is. Y'all show Mikey some love, man.
Hey, appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Blackberry. All right, see you. But I want to discuss this because this kind of encapsulates the entire rebounding in one tweet from Kevin Keneally here. Clint Capella, after we took the lead 66-65 with 8 minutes left in the third quarter. These were his stats after that moment. 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 blocks, 0 steals, 2 fouls. Oh my goodness. You're not gonna win when you started center as 3 rebounds. It's just, and Mitchell Robinson, you got to give credit to him. I mean, he's a beast on the boards. He really is. And he doesn't do anything on offense for that team I mentioned before. I don't know how Tom Thibodeau centers even like playing for him, but somehow they do. He does the dirty work for that team, and he rewarded them with a win last night. Even though you look at the box score, you're casual real quick, you're gonna say, "Wow, Julius Randle had a good game," but Mitchell Robinson had the biggest impact on that game. He definitely did.
We know what time it is, Mikey. We know what time it is. I'll say it. Okongwu and Capella. They both mid, bro.
They've both been underwhelming to start the year.
The last 2 games, that's that crap I seen in Detroit.
70 points in the paint. Bro. We won the game, but 70 points in the paint is
72 points in the paint.
And then they come back. It's like they are a center version of Trey and Murray. It's like they both play bad at the same time. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, Southside, that's true. Quickly was big for them down the stretch in the fourth. He replaced Quentin Grimes when he had to go out with a hand issue. He's now questionable for their game tomorrow. And
here's something else I'm gonna bring up to you, Mikey. Couple things. I don't remember last time I seen Trey come off a pin down on anything on catch and shoot opportunities. Haven't seen that lately. And what was the other point?
I can answer that. That one's.
I just lost my train of thought. The catch and shoot. Oh, and you know what else I noticed about this offense we run under Quinn? We don't. It's like we play the way he wants us to play. We don't play and try to take advantage of mismatches. So
that's not a big part of his game. That's true. That's not a big part of his game. It was a big part of Nate's game.
And you know what's so funny? We did it twice and it worked. We got the switch with Murray.
Yeah.
We got Brunson on him and scored easily twice. I'm like, it's all day. Teams hunt Trey. Why are we not hunting their weakest defensive players down?
We don't improvise.
But one thing about it, all teams got scripted plays that they like to run, but they also got players and starters that willing to goddamn take over games.
Freelance.
At some point, you're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? You got to take over games sometimes. You got to drop your nuts and say, "I'm gonna we gonna win this game. I'm not letting us lose this game." And I'm not seeing enough of that from Trae Young this year. I need to see more of that from Trae Young.
Well, because he can't shoot, man.
Yes,
he can't shoot right now, bro. Trust me, if Trae was shooting 40%. He'd be letting that thing fly, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. You're right.
He'd be gone.
Without that.
Like I said, man, Mikey saw it when he missed that floater, man. I can't get that out of my head.
Bro. It was wide open, too.
Never seen him.
It wasn't over anybody. The floater wasn't over anyone. He missed a wide open floater from like 3 feet. He was like,
I never seen him drop his head like that.
No, neither have I ever.
I think during the watch along, I was like, man, I feel bad for him. Bro.
I did too. I said I was at the game with my dad. I said that right to him. Turn right to him.
Like, man, I feel as much as I be on Trey ass, pause, but I be on his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he dropped his head, because he know how hard the Atlanta fans be on his ass.
I literally felt, I felt bad. I was like, damn, bro. Like when he missed that one, I was just like,
and I want to get your guys' thoughts on Trey. Obviously, starting the season been really bad, but he's started now 3 years in a row shooting. He's shooting bad. This year, though, it's been way worse than it has been the past 2 years. Do you guys think that he will get back to the level where, he might not ever get back to that 2021 level, but do you guys think he'll get back to that near 40% mark? I do. I do.
You talking about this year?
Yeah, I do. I think he'll eventually find it, but it's got to come soon. I do eventually think he'll find it, though.
I think Quinn, and I suggested this yesterday during a watch along. I was like, you know what? It comes a time as the head coach or the leader when your best player is struggling to where, and I said this, go back to the pick and roll with Clint. Yeah. Go back to, we just want to get our guy going. We want him to try to get some easy attempts. We want to let him see that ball go in and just not off of free throws. Mm-hmm. Run a little bit of pick and roll, something to get him going, man.
I agree with that. But the only thing is, against the Knicks, you have to deal with Mitchell Robinson defense in the pick and roll.
But guess what, though, Mikey? We can do it when he out the game. I mean,
yeah, I agree.
Harkenstein's a big guy, but he not quick.
But he's a great defender in the pick and roll. Robinson is an elite defender. Elite.
Yeah, but I'm saying Harkenstein is slow. So you could run it with. We just need to run something to get this guy going. Because I
hope so. I hope it's soon. But what do y'all think? But what do y'all think, Ant Will? Do you think he'll get back to that near 40%?
I mean, it's possible.
Hey, like, put no money on it.
I mean, anything is possible, but I think in order for that to happen, he's gonna have to get out of his own way. I mean, we gotta stop taking like 3-4 logo shots. If you take open shots, you gotta make them. That's all.
I don't necessarily think, and I know Damon, I know you said this too a couple shows ago. I don't necessarily think the shots he's taking are bad. I don't.
I mean, look, Mikey, you're a stats guy, man. I bet you money right now, he probably shoot better from the logo than he does from the field. He might. I bet you money. He probably shooting like 37% from like logo. What's a logo three?
Like how many 29, 30 foot.
What's the NBA 3-point line again? 23?
27 is top of the key.
I bet you from 27 to 30, whatever, he probably shoot like 35, 37%.
Yeah, probably.
I believe it.
I'm gonna look that up later on. I'm gonna look that up, man. But
I believe that.
Bro, he missing layup.
I need him to just start taking the ball in, bro. Like if he missing 3-pointer, step up a couple feet and take the goddamn 2-pointer, bro. Get yourself in rhythm.
Bro,
get in rhythm, man.
He's trying that, man. He's trying it.
Ain't no excuse. He getting paid too much money. You got to goddamn make shots. Fuck that. You getting paid too much money.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Shooting so much variance in the NBA right now.
Mikey, what you think about this? Let's run the offense more through Murray right now, because what we're lacking right now, and almost something to what Will said.
Well, the offense is good right now.
But I'm just trying to.
Mikey,
we got to get Trey going.
That offense good.
Our offense is elite. Our offense is elite.
We're
it's elite. Look at all of the numbers. Will,
Mikey, listen.
It's elite.
Elite is not starting slow how we start. That is not elite, Mikey. That is not elite. We got to climb up every game, Mikey.
Okay, Mikey. Let me teach you something real quick, Mikey. Okay. The numbers say we elite right?
Yeah.
But
You
scoring.
got dig
Yeah,
deeper.
Mike
Listen,
is a bit.
so
Mike is a bit. He's a bit numbers guy. Mike.
that's what I was about to tell him. See, when you're a numbers guy,
I am a big numbers guy, but I also
The
watch every
numbers-
single game. Y'all know that.
the numbers make sense, right, Mikey?
The numbers
sense.
make sense for what I'm
Makes sense.
seeing. Of course
Correct.
they do.
But see,
They
see,
equate.
listen, when you're talking to the masses, remember what I told you. The masses don't be looking at numbers that deep. The masses be looking at what he shoot from the field. 4 for 15. What the hell?
Which shows that you.
No,
Okay.
if you even look at your eye test.
So you got to know. That's what I'm saying,
But
Mikey.
Willie, you
So
said
when
the eye
say those
test numbers. The Braves didn't have.
No, you got to use the eye test and the numbers, Mikey. It's
I
not
do.
one or the other. It's not one or the other. They got
I equate both. I equate both.
Let me tell you what.
Not saying elite, Mikey. Not what you're saying elite.
How is
You
wait?
can't
How
be
is
equating
what
both.
you're seeing on the offense?
So your eyes is not telling you we got an elite offense.
Will,
We take
what
bad shots out there, Mikey. We take
Will,
bad
what
shots.
on offense are you seeing that's making us have a bad off? That you say we have a bad
bad
offense?
shot selection. Bad shot selection.
I
Bad
don't agree.
shot
With it.
selection.
I don't agree with it at all.
I think we
And
get. I think
sometimes we don't move the ball like we should.
Now that's
So we have stats.
That's true. That's true.
the thing right there.
That's true. But
And-
that shot selection, I don't
And-
agree.
And you
with
know
that.
what else, Mikey? What they was bringing up in that space, and I've said it millions of times. I know Ant done heard me say it millions of times.
Right.
We don't attack. We don't attack the basket. We don't have slashers, right?
And we don't
and
have
that's
slashers.
why-
That's definitely.
And
That's
remember
true.
what I was telling you? That's what popped in my head, Mikey. That's what I'm gonna tell you. When they said we don't have the slashers, what popped in my head was that's what I saw the difference when we played Oklahoma City. They had people smashing through the lane.
Yeah.
They was moving everything.
Backboard and all that.
I noticed a lot of our stuff. We get a lot of passes and assists, but everybody's hanging out around the 3-point line.
That's oh yeah.
You don't really-
That's a good observation. Yeah.
We may get that one rare somebody cut in, but what's that? Maybe once or twice a game you might see, right? And then if Trado got the ball, can't nobody else even make those type of passes. So because of Murray, we had somebody cut yesterday. Murray couldn't even pass.
Well, Murray. Look, he's had a great start to the season, but he cannot play make and pass like Trey. He just can't.
Murray is a scorer, bro.
He's yeah. He's more
He's
of
a scorer, and he's a
more of a
good
scorer.
person to play the point guard position. If we going against somebody like
Hey, we got slashers. We're not using them.
right. Well, I mean, Hunter.
But
Jalen
Jalen
Johnson is the same kind of player
Jalen
that
Johnson's a
John
slasher.
Collins.
Yeah, Jalen's a slasher. Trey's a slasher. But who else? Who
Trey's
else is
too
that?
small to be a slasher for real.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean, though.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
You want your slasher to be like that. We want our slasher to be
6'6",
Murray, Hunter.
But
Jay.
Hunter can't do it. I mean,
His knees bad, man. And
Yeah.
you know what, Mikey? In a minute, bro, and I hate to say it.
I see where you're going, Demar.
We're gonna have to sell on Hunter, man.
we will. I
Yeah.
think with the way it's going right now, I think we will. I
don't want to do it, you know. I do
Only
Because
it.
our
gotta go
defense,
to the
because you know
bench.
our defense will get worse.
And plus, you know, I'm
Only
one of
gotta
those
go to the
fans
bench.
where I'm one of those fans where I like where we draft a guy and we develop them and they perform and
Because it feels like you earned that.
But man, we might have to sell on Hunter, man. I mean,
We'll see. But I want to get into this point by Raymond Collins real quick. Trey has to keep everyone involved, even if his shot isn't on, be a playmaker. And that's exactly what he did last night. And that's why that's why you were saying, Damon, even yesterday, shout out to Trey. 17 assists to 3 turnovers. He right now has his career best steals, career best assists, and career best assist to turnover ratio. So he's contributing in other areas, even though the shot isn't going down, which is something that, we may have not seen early on in his career.
but see,
But
you'll
Mike-
get that John Collins. You're
we
gonna
don't-
get that John Collins type of love from Trey, though, because what's gonna happen? You're gonna see fans say, "Hey, he only giving us 15 points and he making 40 million."
Yeah, I know. That's yeah.
That's gonna come in a minute. I'm just
I
waiting
need
for
Trey
that
to
to pop
be
off.
a closer, bro. We got to have a close on this team.
He
Yeah.
can't close right now, man. I mean, the
He
shot
can't
just
shoot.
ain't going in,
Yes,
bro.
Shit, keep going, keep shooting, bro.
Yeah,
No.
he needs to keep shooting.
I'm
No,
alright
Damon, he
with
needs to
him.
keep shooting.
Bro,
I'm all right
well, I'm
with
talking
him.
about the closing part. I'm talking
Oh,
about-
okay. Okay. Okay.
Obviously, he got to shoot the ball, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, bro. Now when you got Murray shooting 50% from the field, bro, hell no, you can't go to trade.
Yeah,
And
even Murray been inconsistent, bro.
Not this year. He
what?
has.
Wait, Will, what?
Watching Murray shooting 50% from the field.
Murray's
at the start of the season, Murray had a couple games where he wasn't shooting shit. Him or Trey.
Will uses the term inconsistent for one game over like 82. That's what he'll say.
I can pull up the stat for you right. He had two good games.
I don't get it. I don't get it, Will. I don't.
Yeah, I will say this, Mike.
Like,
here's a concern.
You use the term inconsistent. So like
what's
one game and he'll be inconsistent.
What's the
You're not gonna get the same production over 82 games or 162 for the case of baseball every single time. It's just not gonna happen. It's not plausible.
Yeah, you're gonna have good games and bad games.
I need
DeJounte
Murray. I need DeJounte Murray to give me no less than 18 points a game.
He's doing that. He's doing that.
Let me pull up some stats for y'all.
Pull him up. He giving you 23 points. Murray giving you 23 points on 50% shoot from the field
and 60 true shooting.
Listen, that's everything together. That's all. Look, that's all the games together. Murray that had a 40-point game in that in that too. So all that can be screwed. If you pull up all the stats,
140-point game ain't
I'm gonna pull it up for you.
See this? I told you. See, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Nah.
And I want to get your opinion on this, because when you look at this game, you'll see the Hawks shot better.
Yeah.
And the Hawks won a turnover battle. Mm-hmm. But when you look at the overall game, when you put the eye test on, when you watch this game, what do you think was what do you think is the biggest key to us not being able to execute defensively in those last 5 minutes? Like, what do you think prevented it?
I mean, on defense, we're just not good on defense. I mean, that's just
that's fair.
I mean, but to go deeper, we got out hustled. I mean, that's just plain and simple. I mean, loose balls, getting rebounds, all that. We couldn't do anything. When it comes to playing dirty on defense, we can't do it.
Yeah, the Hawks just don't do that. Yeah, I was talking to Wes of Bloghawk on Twitter at Peachtree Hoops after the game, and he was like, we were discussing like the Hawks just don't play that brand of basketball. The Heat do it, the Knicks do it, the Wolves do it. No, the Hawks just don't do that. And yeah,
you say we don't do what, Mike?
We just don't play the brand of basketball that the officials sometimes will let the Heat or the Knicks or the Timberwolves or some of these teams that have that reputation get away with. We don't play that brand of basketball. It's just not what we do.
We're a finesse team, man.
Yeah, we're finesse. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we are.
Now, I stand corrected on the points. He only had one game where he had bad scoring. He had like 13 points.
Southside says last night was Murray's first game under 20 points.
And he still shot 50%.
That wasn't his first game. He got 2 games. He was under 20 points. He had a 13 game. He had a 16-game pointer.
Okay.
But his field goal percentage is bullshit though. Like that's why I go back into.
How is it being? Wait. How?
That's why I go back to shot selection.
What is the thing?
He shoot 50% from the field, man.
Oh man, y'all got to look deeper into this. Y'all got to look deeper into this shit, man. Let me break some stuff down for y'all.
I just don't get where you're coming from for the argument. Like,
read off his field goal percentage. That's what I'm trying to.
And he shoots 40% from 3.
Let's see here. I'm gonna let y'all have it. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all have it. But
you can't.
I'm saying if you're watching the game,
we are watching the game. I know Damon's watching all the games.
The shot selection right here. I know you be able to get down TV like, come on, man, why the fuck you take that? You gotta have shot. What I mean by shot selection, you got to give us a chance to get rebound. Let somebody get up under the goddamn basket before you pull up a shot.
You can't because
I see a lot of teams do it, dog.
Well, no, but
Will, this is not going anywhere, my guy.
You got to look at our offense. That's why you hear when I just said we all around the 3-point line. So
exactly.
So you don't have
ourselves a chance to rebound the ball. We can't do that if everybody at the damn 3-point line.
Well, that's Quinn Snyder. That's Quinn Snyder. I mean, if watch us play, Mikey can verify. Even with it's even worse with Okongwu. I'm gonna tell you why. Because Okongwu can actually shoot.
Yeah.
So Quinn wants him out there.
Yeah, that's the type of style he plays. Yeah.
And you know what? It would work if we had somebody who could slash because the lane be wide open.
Dude, if DeAndre Hunter could slash, we'd be so good. We'd be really good.
But bro, the lane be wide because the big gotta account for Okongwu. He gotta come out there.
Yeah, and that's why Capella. That's why Capella's the trade target, the trade bait. What everybody says, even whatever you think about Capella.
Like I say, we trade.
Whatever you think about Capella, hold on.
We gonna get worse. We trade Capella.
Hold
on.
I
guarantee it.
Whatever you think about Capella, even people who think he's probably like a top 5 center in the league, I'm sure there are people who think that.
Some people think he's top 13. We ain't gonna say no names though.
Yeah, well, he is. But
you can say Willie. Willie say, I'd say, hell yeah.
Wait, Will, you think Capella's a top 5 center in the league?
Hell yeah.
Top 5?
What do you need your center? What do you need your center?
Top 5?
That man averaging double-double.
He's not even the best player on the hall.
You said top 13. You didn't say top 5.
No, I said I'm sure.
Oh, no. The top 13 was a joke. It's a joke.
Oh, okay. That's a joke. Yeah.
I was messing with Mikey because that's what Mikey used to say.
Yeah.
That was a joke. I wasn't being real with that.
But he's definitely solidified in top 15. He's a top 15 center. He is.
Okay, how about this? Let's say this.
That man a top 10 center. Name 10
He's not a top 10 center. Well, we're not going to get into that.
Can we agree on this?
Name 10 center better than him.
I can do that.
Let's see. Embiid, Jokic, Mitchell Robinson. That's 3. Let me
Jared Allen.
That's 4.
No, we had already talked about him and Jared Allen. They're the same player.
AD
the same player.
Anthony Davis.
Hell no. Anthony Davis ain't even no center.
What the? He plays center for the Lakers.
They put him at center because the Lakers suck. He's a damn power forward.
Sabonis
is a good player. That's 5.
Miles Turner.
No.
I'm not giving Miles Turner. How?
Really?
Okay.
I'll give you Miles Turner.
Devon, this got to be worse than Gerald, right?
We need to get him in the.
Will, you gotta come on the show. Will, you gotta come on.
You gotta get him on the barbershop talk, bro.
We do. Will, you need to come on Open Forum on We Talk Hawks TV.
It's survival of the fittest over that mug.
I'm just saying, you still can't name.
I can. All right, let me.
Will, you can't name 10 guys better than this dude, man.
How I forget Jokic? Did we say Jokic? Did I forget?
Yeah, Jokic. You said Jokic first. All right, I got you. Hold on, I got y'all. I got y'all. All right, I got y'all. I'll pull up a list of centers. So we don't.
I heard 6. I heard 6 players so far.
Let me.
He's averaging a double-double. He's averaging a double-double every night.
Not really.
Hold on.
Not really.
Let me do this. Nikola Jokic.
Talking about stats, we talking about stats now.
Clint is like 9.3 points per game.
No, he's in double digits.
No.
If you want to round it up, sure.
Will.
That last game probably messed him up.
I'll name the centers. Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, Rudy Gobert, Domantas Sabonis, Bam Adebayo, Anthony Davis, Jared Allen, Victor Wembanyama, Nikola Vucevic.
Jared Allen is not better than him, dog. They the same player. We ain't had this argument
Nick
before.
Claxton, DeAndre Ayton.
And see, y'all laughed at me when
Alperen Şengün.
Yeah, see, you just naming people, man. You know them
Gerald wouldn't even do this. Would Gerald even do this?
Come on, Will.
Come on,
this is crazy.
And see, when I was on Twitter saying Ayton to the A, y'all was laughing at me. He's
a better player than Capella, but not for us. He's a better player.
Remember when I was tagging that? Remember I kept tagging
what Ayton gonna give you? He gonna give you better scoring. Ayton suck at defense.
Ayton sucks at defense.
Go look at Ayton numbers, man. What's Ayton numbers this
year? Demond, he's a better player than Capella, but not for us. Not for us.
Well, we got the offensive mastermind.
See, y'all thinking about all this offensive thing.
Şengün is way better than Capella.
Y'all forget about the
I don't know
defense,
I don't know what Will's talking about. Şengün is way better than Capella.
Bro, we don't play defense. The Hawks they didn't build this team to defend, man. So I gave up on that already.
Yeah, we need this team. We need this like timely stops.
Brook Lopez, yeah, you're right. Brook Lopez is better than him right now.
Yeah, Brook Lopez better than him too. I don't understand what Will's talking about. He's definitely not a top 10 center.
Clint Cabela's a top 10 center. Career-wise.
Career.
Of all active center right now, he's a top 10 center.
Well, he can go be a top 10 for somebody else. We need a better one.
Yeah.
We need a better top 10 guy. We need
I want to mention one last thing before we get to the preview in the 76ers for a minute here. In this game, we got to talk about this guy because he's been quietly putting together a hell of a season. Bogdanović. He every single night off that bench has been coming in. He's putting his role perfectly. I think a lot of people overlook because there's 6 men of the year who are like more star names, but this guy has to be in the running for 6 men of the year so far. Has to be. He's been incredible. 28 points last night, and was the catalyst, honestly, for that comeback in the fourth quarter. Until Quinn took him out. Whether you whether you like the opinion or not, we've said it. None of us do. But he was the guy who really led the charge. He and Saddiq Bey both were excellent off the bench last night. And I want to credit Saddiq Bey because after a rough start to the season, these 2 games hopefully can get him going. Bogey and Bey, legit 2-man threat off the bench every night. That's what we need from them, and they delivered 2 nights in a row so far. So let's see if we can get 2 more consistent performances from those 2 guys. What do y'all think?
Shout out to Bey with that putback dunk.
Yeah, I thought we won the game after that. That's what Southside was saying earlier. The reader was going crazy after that dunk. He was like yelling up in the air when he put that dunk. He's like, Like, bro, I thought we won the game after that.
Mikey, I was on that watching. I started talking cash shit right there.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Once again,
that was one of those moments. That was one of those moments where you thought, "Oh, the momentum is ours. We're gonna win this game. We're gonna roll away with it." And then,
but then we got to play defense too.
Yeah, late game execution couldn't get a stop, and then those offensive rebounds. The offensive rebound that led to that Jalen Brunson three was just killer.
That killed us all night.
That momentum was just that three from Brunson was just killer, man. That was.
I still blame Quinn, man. I'm gonna say it like this though. I'm gonna go away from the substitution. I'm gonna blame Quinn Snyder because, and this just popped in my head.
Then we're gonna go to 76ers after this.
Okay, he didn't have us prepared. He knew we was going up against Twin Towers in Harkenstein and Big Mitch, and maybe I don't know if his game plan was. We was gonna sacrifice the offensive sacrifice the rebound.
It definitely wasn't. The first thing he said in his post-game press conferences was, "We need to be better on the glass." It was a terrible performance.
Listen to me, Mike. I'm finna say something real quick. It's gonna be a hot take. It's gonna be a hot take. I think it's the players, man. I think our players are. I don't think that they really are like. How can I say this? Like mentally, like they can't really.
We don't
like
have
lock
that
in.
ball.
Like lock in. You're talking
What
about.
did John Collins say? What did John Collins say? We couldn't meet Nate McMillan's expectations physically or mentally.
Oh, that's what he said. Yeah.
No dog mentality on this team.
So
let's be real here. Let's be real, Mikey. We are really complaining about the same crap we did about last year. Let's be honest. Defense.
Rebounding wasn't a problem last year, though.
Yeah, that's why he's learning these players now, though. Quinn Snyder learning these players, so I can give him that benefit of the doubt on that one.
Yeah. Let's move on to previewing this 76ers game tomorrow because in-season tournament game number 2, first in-season game in State Farm Arena history against the 76ers. They're playing really well right now. Joel Embiid is questionable for this game with a hip injury. I think he's going to play. He's been questionable 2 games in a row with this hip injury. I know because he's on my fantasy team. But it seems like he's going to play. And then you got Tyrese Maxey right now playing at an all-NBA level. He's been on another level this year. Just dropped a 50-piece a few days ago. So can the Hawks shut down that duo? Can the Hawks make it tough on Embiid? That's the big thing because we've seen Capella get torched by Embiid in the future in past matchups. Okongwu has defended him better. Will we see the same recipe? I'm going to be interested to see what Quinn Snyder's plan is to stop Embiid because from Nate McMillan, it was a lot of Capella, and we got torched. Honestly, what do you guys think is the key to being able to win this game? Because we're probably going to be underdogs as far as money line goes and just spread for this game. What do y'all think is the key to be pulling off this upset and going 2-0 in the in-season tournament?
You want me to go?
Yeah, you can go ahead. Yeah, we'll go around. Go around and each side get a minute.
First of all, you got to defend. Let me say it like this: we're gonna have to pick our poison. Are we gonna let Embiid go and get his, and we can try to contain Maxey, or which is probably the best route because we're not good. The only way we're gonna contain Embiid is if he think he is Larry Bird and start playing on the perimeter heavy. We not stopping Big O, not stopping him inside. Clint not gonna stop him.
No.
If we try to contain Maxey, you're gonna have to throw multiple bodies at Maxey because Maxey gonna start getting those star calls. So you can expect
Murray's probably gonna be guarding them,
picking up some fouls quick early because those superstars they get that pity pat foul unless your name Trae Young. It seems like he don't get no calls.
That's why Dre Hunter's always in foul trouble.
Didn't I point that out?
Yep,
I pointed that out. That's why he did foul trouble because they get
ghost. He gets so many ghost calls. It's so annoying. Oh my gosh, it's terrible.
Yeah. So pick your poison. Who we gonna contain? We got to contain one, and then you got to stop the rest of the others, as Shaq used to say. So I prefer to give up the stuff to Embiid because Embiid not gonna kill you with all the threes.
Yeah, let Embiid get his. I agree.
Let him get them twos. Okay, don't foul. Try your best.
Keep him off the line.
I wouldn't even double him because all he gonna do is kick it out to an open 3-point shooter.
I kind of disagree with that. Only because, and the only reason I disagree with that is because Embiid turns the ball over a lot when he's doubled. I wonder if we can get that into transition.
You got to go early.
And score early. I'd like to throw a couple. I wouldn't like to do it the whole game. I agree with you there. But I'd want to see a couple times in the game. Let's see how he responds to it. Because in the playoffs, when we played him a few times ago, and in the playoffs last season, whenever teams doubled him, he would turn the ball over. Good amount.
Yeah.
So let's see if we can get him to turn the ball over, and let's get some easy transition buckets. We'll go to Ant now. What is your key to the game?
I will say to point that out. Double him early. Like go at him early. Like to make him make a decision early. That should. But I would just like Demond said, force him to beat you. And then you just play tough defense on everybody else. And then I have a update. Ohtani just won the MVP for the AL.
Hey, Ohtani just won the MVP. We should be getting the Ronald Acuna Jr. NL update soon.
All right.
He better win this. Ronald Acuna better win the MVP.
Thank you, man.
If he doesn't, we riot. We riot. Will, what about you? Will, you there? No, it doesn't look like he's there. All right. Any last minute thoughts before we head out?
I'm gonna just say, let's just lock in, get back focused, and let's get this dub tomorrow night. I mean, let's get back on the winning track.
Yeah, it's in-season tournament. Hopefully, these guys are locked in. And I want to say, so far to the 10-game mark before last night's the 11th game, we were 6-4. That's what I predicted through the first 10 games. So let's see if we can achieve a little bit more over the next 10. Let's see if we can go instead of 6-4. Let's see if we can go 7-3 or have a good stretch.
Better shot selection.
Better shot. Okay. All right.
Better shot selection. I'm gonna scream that shit to the top.
All right. Well, I don't really think the start of the season has been terrible. With the way some Hawks fans are thinking, I think somebody from the outside looking in would think that. Okay, like we start off the season 5-6, or 4-7.
Hey, I'm gonna say it been straight though. He's learning these players. That's what we got to realize. He's learning these players.
I think 15-20 games, we will know the identity of this team. We will know what kind of team we have. They're still figuring it out. But I don't think it's been a disastrous start. It's not been ideal. Definitely hasn't. But I don't think it's been terrible. I think it's just been, a decent start. Could be better, could be worse.
It is, Mikey. I can tell you what it is. A lot of Hawks fans got sold on the Quinn Snyder bill of goods.
I mean, I like Quinn Snyder. I think he's a hell of a coach. I think he's a hell of a coach.
Well, a lot of us assumed he was going to solve a lot of these issues. Right.
I don't know how he thought. I don't know how people thought he'd solve the defense, though. I don't get it.
Well, when you got people like Matt and them saying Quinn Snyder is the best thing since sliced bread. Now, this is all before he took.
I love him, but I don't say that.
But you know what I mean, though. So when you got people constantly saying, "Look what Quinn's doing," and once again, this is why I be trying to tell you sometimes. Look at who your audience is, right? If they're not numbers guys. They don't care that the offense is we get better looks, so we get more possessions or whatever. They're not gonna care. They're gonna care about this. Well, how come we only 6-5? How come
he's shooting 30%?
Can't win games. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
you're right.
Like me personally, I thought we was gonna be a little bit better than we are now. I didn't count on Trey shooting this bad.
Yeah. Even if he was having a below average start to the season, we'd be way better. I mean, his shooting is just horrible. It will get better, I think, still.
Oh, you went wrong, Demar. I mean, they gave away how many games this season?
We tricked off last night. We saved ourselves against Minnesota because we gave that game away.
We've only gave away technically 2 games. Technically, the first game in Charlotte.
Ain't nobody beat our draws off, Mikey. Ain't nobody beat our draws off too much.
No, we've never got a blown out loss. No, we've never had a blown out loss.
But we have got beat. I mean,
we shouldn't have lost to Charlotte. We shouldn't have lost to Charlotte.
We shouldn't have lost to Charlotte. That team just has our number. It's unfortunate.
Now I'm gonna tell you, I didn't think a team that caught me off guard was Oklahoma City. They called they're
good. I told you before.
That's a matchup nightmare
for us. Yes, matchup nightmare.
I'm glad we don't got to play them in the playoffs.
They wanted it. They wanted it more than we did.
But yeah, man. With that being said, we're gonna end it right there. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Georgia Sports Nation. Shout out to Damon, We Talk Hawks TV for joining. Hope you can catch more. Let's see. Let's see if we can get these to be normal thing. Normally down on Fridays, but I know you got the post game.
Head over to the Red Spits. I'm about to head over there.
Make sure you definitely go over, subscribe to We Talk Hawks TV, join in the live shows, join in the post game shows, because that's when the real fun starts. That's when the real fun starts. But with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in to Georgia Sports Nation. Tune in next week. It'll be Friday again, 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.